Oh, that dog's out for God's sake. Right, we're working. The wind noise should recede a bit now. For some reason my microphones weren't working. I've just plugged the receiver out and plugged it back in, and we're in business. Pavarotti. So the wind noise should be a little bit my granddad on my dad's side was a steam train driver. That's excellent. No, you haven't missed the steam train yet. No, you haven't. I'll tell you exactly where it is once again. Just let me pop the timetable up. It's due through here at where is it? Locomotion service. Oh, it's running later and later. It's due through here now at originally it was due through here at 1:15, and something's happened that's made it late. So it's now it went to 1:30, and now it's 1:55. It's at Crewe at the moment, swapping engines because it came up from God, I forgot where it started. Come from London Victoria as a diesel, then got to Crewe, and the diesel's come off, and Blue Peter's gone on at Crewe, and I think they're just swapping them around now at Crewe because it's currently in Crewe Coal Yard as at 13:04. So they'll be swapping engine over, and it's they arrived at Crewe 24 minutes late, unfortunately, and they're swapping engine now. You could actually get the rail cam up, but and screen share it, but unfortunately that's get a strike, copyright strike, so I won't be doing that. Hello Cap Studios, how are we doing? So there we go, but that's the situation. So we've another 50 minutes to wait now, unfortunately. I got here for just before 1, thinking it were on time, and I'd have just been nicely set up for 1:15, but there we go. That's steam engines for you. Hello, we missed. How we doing? Hello there. Shooting from Russia. Don't forget to subscribe, everybody, and double tap the screen to like. Just go tap 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 like that. Oops. What can I tap to get it paused? There we go. Tap tap. Name an aeroplane for an edit. Name an airplane for an edit. What are you talking about? Concorde. There we go, that's naming an aeroplane. Okay, let's do it. Let's do what? What do you want to do? John.60, how we doing? Don't forget, double tap the screen to like the stream and subscribe, it don't cost nothing. And around in about 50 minutes we are going to get a steam train. Should have been here in about 6 minutes, but it's running late. Hello, Raj. Matcha. How we doing? Yeah, I'm just outside of Preston on the West Coast Main Line in the United Kingdom. We are going to get treated to a steam train today. It's on its way, but it's about 50 minutes away. But there's a chance it might pick up time because they're currently swapping the engine now and crew now. Knowing that they're late, they might get a spurt on and try and pinch a few minutes back, you know. This crew's only 45 minutes from here, so it's a matter of when they leave crew. But it's definitely still a crew because I've just looked on rail cams. It's backwards and forwards in crew messing about at the moment. It was a diesel that brought it to crew. Then it picked up Blue Peter at crew. Certainly windy here today, but I've got my muffler on my microphone, my dead kit as they call it, so reduce things a bit. British trains, you're right, Jeanette. Well, mind a ticket to get on the steam train today would have cost you about 390 quid. I'd look on the website and see how much they were charging. It's only going to Lake District and back to London Victoria to Lake District and back again. At 400 quid, including your food and everything on board. I mean, they do treat you well. I've been on one of the trips a few years ago, but mine went from over here to Whitby, you know, and you get breakfast served to you, then you get your dinner served to you, then you get your tea served to you, so it's all really posh, you know what I mean, and you have to wear certain clothes. You can't just rack up with a pair of trainers on and stuff. No. And it's quite good. It's an experience. Yeah, I went on one about, probably about 10 years ago now. And I think back then it cost me about 250 quid. Correct, Formula tyre, about 250 quid it was. And I booked it ages in advance because they sell out quick, you know. out with his breakfast like when we set off. Well, when I got on. And when I really there, I couldn't even make head and tail out of it. When I got to Whitby, I was bloody starving, I'll tell you. We were only in for Whitby for 2 hours and then it set off back. So as soon as I got off train in Whitby, I was straight to fish and chip shop. Hello Stephen Bruff, how we doing? Stephen Bruff. You don't have anything to do with TransPennine, do you? Or do you? I feel like I've seen your name somewhere before. Well, it said it was going to be nice weather today, and so far it has been nice weather today. Let's have a look at the old diagrams, see what's around. See if this train's picked up anything. Has it moved yet, or is it still in Crewe? No, it's left Crewe. It's now at Hertford Junction. So it might claw a bit of time back here. No, it hasn't. Not as yet anyway. It's not showing us any time clawed back. It's giving it us 2 o'clock arrival here, 44 minutes away. Hello, Catholic converts. Shame we don't see the Burgundy cold trays anymore. I used to watch them for hours and hours as a kid. Yeah, that's true. I can remember when I was a kid, class 20s, bringing things like that through Preston. I can remember it, and it's funny, I was watching a video last night on YouTube, Preston Station, 1987. And I was watching, I thought, my God, that's about the time I was messing about around there. A little bit late. Just let this train pass. Hello, Goth Girl, how we doing? Hello, Smooth Operator, how we doing? I think I've just seen you on another stream, Smooth Operator. Yeah, I can remember when I used to go to Preston Station. It would have been about 1981. I'd have been about 13, 14, 1981, 82, around that area. And you know, you look back now at the old videos and you think, wow, there was some dirty old blooming diesels about in them days. Nice one, Smooth Operator. Fun number 14, excellent. Yeah, there were some dirty old diesels about, I think that back in them days, and I found some videos last night on, the good old days on YouTube. They were 1984 and 1987, they were in Preston Station, and wow, how it's changed. I can remember sitting at end of platform, they used to have these like red trolleys, you know, with all sacks on, and they were empty ones abandoned here, there and everywhere, and I remember sitting on one of them at end of longest platform just before what they used to call it Golden Mile, that straight bit going in, and you know, all out diesels, every train looked different back then to me, you know, everything looked different. It were, you know, there were 47s, 20s and 25s and 40s and all that business. And now it's just 390s, 195s, 331s, which look identical apart from the pantograph. You know, totally different now. And I can always remember my dad saying to me, bloody modern trains are rubbish. He says they're just buses on wheels, he used to say. Buses on bloody wheels, that's what he used to say. He says it couldn't beat steam engines, you know. And now I say the same as what he says about diesels then against diesels now, if you know what I mean. No, not yet. You've got another 40 minutes to wait, I'm afraid. It's running late. It's currently at Hartford Junction. Just gone through Hartford Junction. I am watching it on the diagram. It's just approaching Hartford Junction. In fact, it might have cleared that now. Let's have a look. Look. Now it's still approaching Hartford Junction. It's due to pass through Hartford Junction at 13:20. Hello, Neville Davis. How are we doing? Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true. I always think, God, what a job firemen used to have. They must have been fit, them firemen, back in them days. You know, like you watch them hammering that coal in, and it's not just a case of chucking it in, there's a skill to where to put it as well, you know. Oof. Yeah, my dad, when he was alive, he built a steam engine, you know, one of these that you sit on. You know, these you see at these places where people are sat on them and they go around the track. My dad, he built one of them. Built it from scratch. Just by buying lumps of gunmetal, and he built it from scratch, the whole thing. All the lots, everything, every single bit, he made himself on a lathe. Because he was a tool maker, you see, so he was good at all that kind of stuff. I remember when Blue Peter was rebuilt after her derailment. The show Blue Peter did a whole story on her in their annual. Bloody hell. I'll never forget that steam engine. It was a die before F, it were. Die before F. You could sit on it, and obviously it ran just exactly the same as a real steam engine. But that was his job, tool maker for English Electric. Miners Welfare Park, Bedford. There was an old steamroller in the park near where I live, and I think it's 1905 or something, maybe older. It was left abandoned. Bloody hell. Yeah, I wish I had a right big house with land, and I'd have one of them ride-on steam engines. I'd have one of them, shoot round gardening it on it. When is the next train? Good question. There'll be something along soon, that's for sure. Best wishes from London. Yeah, excellent. There'll be something along soon. We are waiting for there's something coming now. Hello Harley, how we doing? Yeah, it's just passing Hertford Junction at the moment. I'm just watching it on diagram. It's just gone through Hertford Junction. It's at Acton Bridge Station now. Well, just leaving Acton Bridge, I think it's in that section. So it's going to be hitting. It's going to be hitting here on the hour, which means it's going to be with you, Harley, about 10 past the hour, quarter past the hour. Yeah, them would be good, them pictures. Hello, top photographs like that, yeah. Gives me time to scram my jacket potato. 20 past it's due at Cherry Tree. I think it'll be before that, mate. I think it'll grab a bit of time back, mate, in my opinion. It looks like it's clawing time back now. Yeah, it's pulled 3 minutes back. It's just at Weaver Junction. Acton, well, it's gone through Weaver Junction. It's at Acton Bridge, and it's clawed 4 minutes back in the last sort of 10 minutes. So I think it'll claw more back. Is steamer pulling it? That's a good point. Yeah, I think it will be. I'll check it, that one for you. Where is it? Where are we now? I hope it is. Anyway, I hope it's not a bloody back end. So let me change my screen. What the hell is it now? No, let me just sort this out. I had issues here. Yeah. Just trying to work out what diagram it's going to be on now. Let's see. Right, it is. Yeah, it's doesn't tell you who's leading, but a top at list is 605.32 Blue Peter. Then it's 57.311 the Institute of Mechanical Engineers, and 47.712 Lady Diana Spencer. That's the consist, and it's in that's the order. Oh yeah, and it says Blue Peter on at crew, 47.712 off at crew. That's about as good as it says, and it is. It passed Weaver signal box at 13:24, 26 minutes late. Yeah, it will be, won't it? Yeah. Let's go. It's just a 331. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to double tap the screen. Hello Manfred, how are we doing? Have they eliminated coal fire? Yeah, well, I don't know what a coal-fired animal is, but yeah, they've eliminated everything to do with coal. Hoping to see the big boy again on this trip. Excellent. If you use Traxi, you'll know it always says 95 mile diesel oil served if it's a steam engine. Yeah, I'm not keen on that Traxi. I've had a do with that, and so I think it's a bit inaccurate. There's another one called Signal Box as well that's inaccurate. They're a bit late. They're a bit laggish before they update. I think Railcam's the most accurate on the diagram front, because Traxi just uses real-time trains. So if real-time trains is out, Traxi goes out. You know, and I'm a bit. I've looked at them both before. Somebody told me Signal Box, but no good, and it doesn't show half it. The trains are missing off it. You know what I mean? It's a bit peculiar. As I do it. Grange. Hello Kendale, how are we doing? If you use taxi. Yeah, taxi says 37 was at Pleasanton yesterday, it wasn't. Yeah, it's a bit inaccurate, his taxi, I'm afraid. And signal box is even worse, and it annoys me that, because that signal box could be so good if they just got it right. Hello IMD 74 Mac, how are we doing? Is this, yeah, we're in the UK. Yeah, the taxi signal box could be really good if it were just accurate, because it's the easiest one to use is signal box. You just click on it, get the map, and you can see all these blobs moving around where trains are, and you think, bloody hell, that's magic, is that? You can just flick around the UK and see the blobs moving, but it's not accurate, so it's useless. You know what I mean? It's like having a blooming rifle with a knotting barrel. You know what I mean? It's rendered useless, unfortunately. Yep, it's just coming into Warrington, is the old steam train. Just coming into Warrington Bank Quay. So yeah, a bit disappointing, and it could be so good. The concept's brilliant. The way it runs is rubbish, basically, I'm afraid to say. Hello Jamie Davern, how are we doing? Tuning in from Central Maine, US. Excellent, thank you very much Jamie Davern. That's my local station. Yeah, well, it's at Warrington Bank Quay now. It's just, I presume it's just passing through, I don't know. It's currently on platform 4. Sorry, it's just on platform 3, you know, whether it's moving or it's stopped, I don't know, but it is. I've got it on the diagram now, I'm following it, but no, it's moving, it's gone straight through. Brings back memories. I lost my virginity on a train between Bathurst and Orange in Australia. Nice one. Hello Sanger, how we doing? Hello Damien Leonard, how we doing? Hello the train spotter. Oh, hello the train spotter again. No, it hasn't stopped, it's gone straight through. It's gone straight through. You get all this excitement about a steam engine, and literally it's for, like I say, a 5-second thing. It's just going to come down this track and disappear. I'm hoping that it comes on the slow track. You know what I mean? You just said that over my live. I'm alive in 2 different places. Hello Susan Marie Pentland, how are we doing? Yeah, I'm hoping that it comes up on one of the nearest track to me, and then it'll have to cross over all the points and slow down, but it will have to slow down anyway for a junction. Excellent. That's good, Susan Marie, that's good. I'm glad you're well. Don't forget to like, double tap the screen and like. It does help push the stream out into the wibbly wobbly web. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to each other. Sharing is caring. Unless it's a bag of Maltesers. Dominique, what is the purpose of this stream? Well, what do you think? What are you thinking? What do you think it might be? Nobody time her out, or time him or her out. Let's see the answer. Once we get an answer, then you can delete them. What do you think the purpose of this stream is? No, I said don't time them out. I said let's wait for their answer. I wanted them to answer. We've got a Pendolino coming. So just what? Just killing time. Who's killing time? You are Dominique, or we are? Yeah. I want to know what SB Sing means. Is that what I think it means? When somebody makes a comment like that, I like to give them the opportunity to explain themselves, and then we delete them. Get rid now, Jeanette, if you want. We've had the chance. Yeah, I just thought I just like to hear where they're coming from. You know, when they come in with more like that, I like them to explain themselves. You know, give them the opportunity to explain their remark, and then if they come out with a load of rubbish, no, it's all right, Jeanette. You did right. You did right, Jeanette. I just wanted to I was just giving them the chance to see if they could explain themselves, and then if they don't explain themselves. How can you make someone mod rich? Say that again. Explain yourself, Ali. I don't even get what you're saying there. Just tell me what you mean there, Ali. Do you mean how can you make a mod? If you're on your phone, you just click the three dots where they're typing, Ali. Yeah, if I type in chat, there you go. I'll type in chat, and then you click the three dots next to it. If you slide across, there's three dots. If you type on my message, you get three dots, and it says you can ban me, which obviously you can't because it's my stream, but if I were just here, you could. And it says make moderator and all that business. Hello, my darling. Where is this? We are in the UK, the United Kingdom. Yeah, they're not the same. You're right there, Philip Reed. They're not the same, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, if you tap on the right hand side of the screen. Are you on Android? Oh, on Android you'll have to if you're on Android you'll probably have to press about 50 different buttons, go and stand in backyard, put a leg up for a bit, pull your washing line and then come back in. on an iPhone, if I tap on your name now, it'll say, it gives me the option to ban you, remove you as moderator, add you as moderator, and all that business. Soul Designer, we're waiting for an high-speed train. Well, there's plenty of high-speed trains coming through, but we're waiting for everything that comes. But there is a steam train due soon, which is currently, I can tell you exactly where it is. If I could damn well read the writing. What is it? It's approaching Bamfurlong Junction. It's at a place called Ashton at the moment. It's just gone through Newtonley Willows, and it's at Ashton approaching Bamfurlong Junction. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean, Philip Reed. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the 42s. I thought they were one of the uglier diesels, but you know, my favourites were the going back into the early 80s. My favourite was the 40 and the 25 were my favourites. I love the sound the 40s used to make. They used to whistle. I was never really into the. I mean, to be fair, when I was a kid, I didn't see many 42s. They were like a bit out of at the end of their life when I was sort of in the 80s. So there were the 42s and there were the 52s and westerns were they called. There were warships and westerns. I was never a fan of any of them really. Yeah, I miss the 158 as well. That's one of my favourites, is that. The 158 of modern railways, because I thought they aged well, you know, they carried the so well. Hello, good girl. Hi from Iran. How are we doing? Yeah, they need to get rid of the 156s and the 150s. They are looking a bit decrepit, I think, especially the 150. The 150s they really are looking bad. The one that goes from Clitheroe to Manchester, it's always same sets. A 152 car with a 153 single car bolted to the back. Choo choo Richie, my life crashed. Oh dear. Must be with my voice coming through it. It buggered it up. Yeah, I mean, if you go over to Yorkshire way, there's 158, and you go to Hellifield, it's 158s all day long between Leeds and Carlisle. But for some reason, on the East Lancashire line, they elected to get rid of the 158s and replace them with 195s. You know, lost track of the steam engine. Where is it? For God's sake, it's at Wigan, or approaching Wigan. It's approaching Wigan. Oh my God, we're going to have the camera club pulling up in a minute. I don't mind them coming, but I just don't want them all hogging near my. We start to get a load of voices on my stream. That's people hovering around the camera. It's high up on the fence, but we're gonna start waffling at underneath my camera. I think I recognise the car. Don't come talking to me. Can't be bothered. But. Yeah, it's you're on it again. Say the plane that is now landing is an Emirates from Dubai. Yep, the next train to arrive at the Glasgow Airport is the plane. It's an Emirates plane from Dubai. Hello, good girl. Used to spend hours sitting on Taunton platforms getting numbers. Time I was back home on the platform and then Elvis had passed, yeah. Basically what happened was 142 paces got retired and 158's got placed with 156s. I just said the 158's got replaced with 195s. There's always one. Oh yeah, this guy's here with big video camera with big woolly thing on it. I watch his YouTube channel. There's a guy pulled up and I watch his YouTube channel. It's okay. It's okay, yeah. Nah, Harley, you got that wrong. 195's replaced 158s because the York to Blackpool was always a 158. 150s and 156s have always done the Colne to Preston as long as I've been around, and then it was 158 used to do York Blackpool, and then 158's got replaced with 195s. Pacers only did local. 195s are doing York to Liverpool. Pacers never did that. 158s, well, there never were a service Colne to Blackpool. It was always Colne to Preston. It was York to Blackpool, and it still is York to Blackpool. The only one that goes to Blackpool is there's an occasional one that goes to Blackpool South. A Chugabug that goes to Blackpool South, but that's only a rare one. Yeah, because it were always Pacers doing the Colne to Preston stopper, and then when Pacers went, they started using. I keep seeing faces and letters in my clouds on my live. I can't see anything in clouds on my live at the moment. I've got my wide angle lens on today, so you're already getting a slightly wider view, you know. The steam train is now at Standish, Coppell, so it's very close now. It's at Coppell, so it's making time up. Hello, Red Squirrel. Yeah, I'm just outside of Preston in Lancashire. TGV French train is the best, Raymond. Yeah, it's very good, is the TGV. I don't think it's the best. I think the best train in the world, and you only need to look on YouTube to work that one out, is the Shinkansen. Undeniably, absolutely, emphatically the best train in the world. But the TGV is very good. Yeah, 66s are all out show at the moment. All out show. Yeah, the best train in the world, regardless of look, bullet train on top of all day. Yeah, the Shinkansen is definitely the best. Not only is it the best train, it's the best operated railway in the world. Everybody should look to the Japanese to see how to run trains. And if they can run them half as good as the Japanese can do, then they're getting somewhere. They never have a train late, ever. You need to watch the YouTube videos and see how they operate. They are unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I've known nothing. The TGV's great, don't get me wrong. But if you want to see superiority, you've got to look at the Shinkansen. It just wipes the floor with everything. And it's not just the train, it's the way they operate. It's perfection. Lost track of this train. I've lost track of this train. Why is it? Too many pages on here, I don't know what to do. Shaping wooden. It's very soon. That's it. There's a guy in there whacking his car mats against the wall right near where my camera is, so you might be getting a dump, dump, dump on my video now. It's sharpest tool in the box. Yeah, should be here very soon. Very soon. Is the Magic Man in the Magic Man? Wigan Boar's Head just left. 27 late still. Expected it to make up a bit more time, but it hasn't. It's got I don't know, it's got a freight train behind it as well. It's being chased by a freight train. Hello, good girl, how are we doing? What time to lose them? What's that, Jeanette? Super thanks. What the hell's that about? We're in Lancashire, near Preston, Peter Reid. Sanjay Aurora, how are we doing? I think the freight train is going to be a double-header class 90s. I can tell you exactly what the freight train is going to be. The freight train is going to be class 66 713 Forest City. That's what the freight train is. get many 90s during day. They tend to be all at night time. Hello Mama Isra, how are we doing? Oh, Sandra, hello, how are we doing? Don't forget, double tap the screen to like. The stream will be in about two or 3 minutes, Ginger Jake. Steam engine is just waiting now at Exton Junction. It's on the fast down line, unfortunately, which is a bit of a... I'd have preferred it to be on the slow down, but there you go. Can't have everything. Excellent. You're getting to look at the sky and hear about trains at the same time. That's excellent. Hello to everybody watching the sky in Scotland. How are we doing? All you sky watchers. Seems to be stopped, this steam train at the moment. I don't know what the problem is. It's not moved out to the section yet. Down slow is the first line nearest to the camera. That's the line I were hoping it were going to be on, but it's not. It's on down fast, which is the third line from the camera. It's on the third line from the camera. Right, it's just approaching Leyland. It's going to be here any second, folks. See the steam knock out line. It's just approaching Leyland Station. I'm going to get a 4K video of it as well, so you will be able to watch it on my channel later tonight. Are you excited, Jeanette? All this excitement for about 10 seconds, unless it's going very slow. That's why I prefer them to come on slow line than to cross all points, so you get a bit of a... Yeah, trains and planes, Sanger. Welcome everybody in Scotland, how are we doing? This is RB Rail in Lancashire talking. Right, it's the Leyland Station. Just have to reposition myself to video this at the same time. How are we doing? Griffin, you've just timed that right. There's going to be a steam engine coming through any minute now. Just watch stream pack up like it did yesterday. That would be unbelievable. It's a strange guy stood in field down here, from where I am. Now the points have just changed to get it onto the branch line, so it is going to have to slow down a little bit. Just heard the points change. I can see plenty of steam in the distance, muck and stuff. Correct, the train spotter, I can actually see it. I can see the steam off it anyway. It is going to be going fairly slow because it has to change tracks. We're coming down the third track along and then it'll here it comes. Outside the car a moment, Senga. So I'm going to video this in 4K as well, and then I can put an actual video on the channel. So it's probably can't hear me. When I get back in the car, you'll be able to hear me better. Here it comes. Hello, Chris. How's it going? Just timed that well, Chris. There's a steam engine approaching right now. It's going slow. Here it is. all yours, Harley. It's all yours. Yeah, that's right. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same 57 that was on the back of Mayflower. That's correct. Is that? There's a freight train right behind it on the slow line coming right this minute. Class 66. You're getting a double whammy here. You're going to get a class 66 now, and it looks like a GBRF class 66. Yes, that's true. It's up to Senga Grace. Put your link in, Senga, and I'll pin it. Bonkers here for trains at the moment. Steam trains, Pendolinos, 195s, class 66s all at the same time. I'm going to have a nosebleed. Lion Ranger, go to Buffalo Bills, yeah. There we go. There's your excitement. Pin that, Senga, then people can see it. There you go. Subscribe to Senga Racing. I pinned a link. Copy and paste it. Subscribe. It doesn't cost nothing. I'm trying to get her up to 50 subs, then she can show us these huge planes that. She can show us these huge planes that fly over her house, and because she lives near an airport. Yeah, I could hear you last night. It was you were in the background, but I could hear you talking. So hit that link. Well, it's not a link. You'll have to copy and paste it. There we go. That's your excitement for now. I don't know what's next, you. That steam train is coming back later, and I might get it again. Yeah, I might make two videos. You know, get two videos of them and join them together to make one video. But it is coming back. I just don't know what. Can't remember what time off the top of my head. I think it's coming back at 7:15 tonight. I think. Light engine on its own blueprint, because there was a light engine movement from Carlisle or wherever, Carlisle to Crewe, which I presume is it. Did I see that? Yeah, I saw it, Senga. That's excellent, is that? Yeah, did I? Yeah, I thumbs up it, I think. I'll give it a thumbs up. Which reminds me, double tap the screen and let's have a thumbs up here. If everybody who comes in on the chat if everybody who comes in and views does a thumbs up, I'd have hundreds of thumbs up. There's over 100 watching now, so if you all go double tap, it just pushes the stream out, you know. Here he's got a flask. I want to do a live later. There you go. Got a live later after Sega Gracie. Get subscribed and get viewing. The next train to arrive is just going to be a run-of-the-mill. See, everything's going to seem rubbish now after you've seen all that lot in 1 minute. Open the door now and let a bit of fresh air in. Now all the camera clickers have gone. Got a bit busy then for a minute round here. People coming with step ladders, going up and down step ladders. It was like being outside number 10 Downing Street. When they're making an announcement and all paparazzi there with step ladders. They've all gone now. Shot off. They'll be rushing off to see if they can catch it somewhere else. Get ahead of it. But I'll try and get another shot of it tonight, I think. I'm sure it's coming back at 7:15. Then I'll couple them both together, edit them both together and put them on as one video. You know. Don't forget, double tap the screen to like the stream and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And subscribe to the link I've pinned on the chat. Copy and paste it over and subscribe. It's all free. Sharing is caring. Makes the world go round. Let's go to Manchester Airport. Hello, Montu Aurora. How are we doing? Back again. I think you've been in once before. Surname rings a bell anyway. What's coming next? What time are we on now? We've got a freight coming. Oh, we've got something strange coming. I don't know what it is. 1441. What the hell is that? I've never even heard of these places. Where the hell's Yorker? Who's ever heard of Yorker? Hello, Conqueror M45. How we doing? Face in the middle of... Yeah, there is. You're right there. I don't know. I've never even heard of a place called Yorker. I presume it's up Scotland. Yorker, Y-O-K-E-R, near. Yeah, it's got to be up Scotland. It's near a place called Garscadden, Scots Townhill. Partick. Partick. I've heard of Partick. Oh, Glasgow Queen Street. I've heard of that. Yeah. Well, that's the next freight train through here, and it is. Yeah, my day's fine, Conqueror. You've just missed a steam train. If you'd have come in 10 minutes ago, you'd have got a steam train. You would have got a steam train if you'd have come 10 minutes earlier. Yeah, you did. Yeah, it came past about 2 o'clock. Blue Peter. With class 57 up back end. It is coming back through later, so I might get it again later. I have videoed it, so if you want to, I will put the 4K video on my channel later on tonight. I have videoed it as well, so it's not everything, all is not lost, as they say. No problem, Conqueror, no problem. When is the next train due, Kyle? When is the next train due? Well, there's some due soon, and there's an odd train coming, and I haven't a clue what it is. It's currently parked up in Preston Station, and it's come all the way up from Scotland, all the way down from Scotland, so just don't know what it is. It's showing as a freight, but it's a funny way for a freight to come from way up in Scotland. You've never seen a class 57, yeah? Well, if you've seen a 47, if you've seen a class 47 Conqueror, you've seen a 57, because they are the same engine, just slightly messed about with. All 57s started as 47s, and they got jiggled about with and messed with. As you see, some of them have still got that air intake on roof, and some haven't. But they just, I don't actually know what the mechanical differences and stuff. Things were altered, but they're basically the same locomotive. Without looking on Wikipedia, I can't remember. Oh, you've never seen a 47 then? I mean, 47s were the most common locomotive around when I was young. 47s, they were everywhere. They were like the 66s are now, you know what I mean? Everywhere. One M12, what's that? We've got a Pendolino coming through any second. That's for sure. For sure, for sure. The next train, Kyle, is going to be a Pendolino on the farthest track from the camera, which is the damn fast. I can't stop yawning. Don't forget, subscribe, double tap the screen. Doesn't cost anything, but it makes it worthwhile. Costs about £100 a week to bring these streams, so I always like it when I see a subscriber or two, you know. It's good. It's good. Why don't I keep going? I don't know. I've always been into them since I was very young. Yeah, I think I've got my dad to blame really. We're into trains as well. I've got bought a few train sets over the years when I was a kid. I can remember one that used to smoke. Princess Elizabeth it were, and it used to actually, it had a thing in tender that made the train sound, and you used to put this liquid in it, and when it went round it used to actually smoke. Smoke used to come out chimney. Princess Elizabeth, we were burgundy coloured. Yeah, them were the days. My God, that's a long time ago. Bro can tell them, bro, when we are actually going to see proper engines. I mean, like, yeah, they're also proper engines, but they're proper engines, but when they come by too many times, it starts to get, I don't know what you're saying there, concrete, you need to condense that down a bit and just say what you mean. Bro Contolini again. Bro, when are we actually going to see proper engines? I mean, like, yeah, they are also proper engines, but they are proper engines. But what? What? Break that down a bit into something that's legible, please. Rob, where's the train? There'll be one along soon, trust me. Very soon. Well then, I'm sorry Concrete, I can't help that. You massive, you can always go and watch another stream somewhere else. I've no control over what comes down the track, I'm afraid. You know, just go and watch something else if it bores you. If I were watching something that I didn't enjoy, I'd just scroll away and watch something else. Simple. It really is that simple. Conqueror, you're doing so well. Hello, Stefan Randolph. How are we doing? How's it going? Class 125 in the backyard, it was abandoned. Oh, very good. That's a fair thing. Didn't expect to see you back. I thought we were boring you. Hello, Sanger, how are we doing? How are them planes doing? so windy. Can't believe it. Just made a roll and square sausage. Excellent. I've seen them square sausages. I've never had one, but I've seen one. I was watching a video the other week. It's a girl. She has a channel. It's called G Loves Trains, and she were in Scotland, and she went in a shop and got deep fried battered pizza. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, a battered fried pizza. Oh, now there's a thing. Certainly never had that before. Pizza crunch, yeah. Certainly, they chuck everything in fryer in Scotland. My God, they do. They do for sure. Tough. That train's going to Liverpool Lime Street. A pizza crunch. Can't beat a roll and square sausage. I don't even know what that is. Well, I've seen the square sausage, I think. It's just sort of like, well, it's sausage meat but in a square shape. But a roll and square sausage, I don't understand what that means. Pardon me, I burped. Another Pendolino coming up on the fast track. Farthest track from the camera. A Morton's Roll. Do you get them? No, I've never heard of them, Sanger. Morton's Roll. We have things in chip shops down here called we have things in chip shops down here called John Bulls, and it's basically all sorts of stuff just in a big ball and then thrown into battered and thrown into fryer. It's like potato, meat, onions. I don't know the exact ingredients, but it's like a big ball it's about the size of 1.5 times the size of a tennis ball. It's bigger than a tennis ball, and it's battered and then thrown in fryer, and oh, they're good. I haven't had one for months. I haven't had chip shop food or anything at all since February. Last time I had anything from a chip shop, and I haven't had a pizza this year at all. You know. Graham likes trains. Well, the steam train is going to Oxenholme, sorry, not Home, Oxenholme, which is the Lake District. It's where the main line passes through the Lake District. It came through here at 2 o'clock, the steam train. It's going to Oxenholme, then it's coming back. I don't actually know what route it's coming back on. I'm presuming it's coming straight down the main line. But it loses the steam train aspect, gets took off at Carnforth, I think, and then the train continues down as a diesel. I'm saying all this off memory because I did look this morning. and then I think the steam train comes through on its own as a light engine at 7:15 tonight, I think. But I'd have to verify all this, because I'm planning on coming back here and just videoing the steam train, not live streaming, just videoing the steam train, because I've already videoed it in 4K coming up. So if I get it again going down, I can link them both together. You see, I'm not having as one video, you know, Blue Peter video. That's the theory anyway. I missed the class 365. I can't think what a 365 looks like off the top of my head. It's a bit like the 350. Waiting for this odd thing coming from Scotland, but I don't know what it is or where it is. Well, I do know where it is at the moment. It's somewhere in Preston. In fact, I don't know where it is actually. I've lost it. So is it 5Q7? Ah, yeah, it's coming now. It's 334. I don't know what this is. A 334 414 3-car Alstom Juniper electric unit. What the hell that is, I do not know. It's coming right up now. It's going to be passing on the fast line, which is the farthest track from the camera. I don't even know what this is. 334. It's just going to be some sort of multiple unit. If anybody knows what a 334 is, it's operated by the Rail Operations Group. Going to pass any second. Oh, it's going to be a ScotRail, is it? It must be going through like refurbishment or something. Yep, it was a ScotRail. You were right. Whoever said it was ScotRail? Graham Jones? Graham, was it? Graham? Oh God, that's me. I've lost my screen. Hang on. Get back on track. Pardon the pun. Yeah, well done, Graham Lights Train 334 is operated by ScotRail. You was correct. That must be going to be refurbished or have some work done somewhere, because that's the second time I've seen a ScotRail train down here. I can see an SG in the clouds. I'm having a look now. What can I see? I can't see anything at the moment. Nothing springing to mind. I'm guessing that it was the, yeah. Well, there's been a few. One, what the hell were it the other week? I videoed it the other week. It's on my channel. I can't remember what it were. But it was a ScotRail thing, and I reckon they come down and go to Derby. I don't even know what the word that we're going. Just hang on, I can check it out where it's going to. That I know where it's come from. It's come from a place called Yorker. It's come from Yorker, and it's going to Wolverton, which is, I don't know where Wolverton is. It's not far from Northampton, so I'm presuming it's going to be going to have some work done or something. I just don't know. We are due some more freight, I think. That is just a guess, but there's usually something around 3 o'clock, and it's usually a DB cargo. I believe there was a time when the 390s were new, when Virgin trains, class 57 took the Pendolino train. Right, yeah, correct. I've seen a Pendolino on the Settle to Carlisle line. They were doing some work on the main line, and a 57 hooked up to them and dragged them around the Settle to Carlisle line from Carlisle down through Blackburn and on the East Lancs line, and then they went on their own merry way when they got back under the wires. And that went on for a few weeks, did that? Because I could never understand why they just didn't assign it to like some HSTs, but they must not have had any available because they were hooking up 57s. So they were them, what they used to call them Thunderbirds, didn't they? They were all named after Thunderbirds characters. And you see the 57s still now, most of them are owned by West Coast Railways because they've got the fancy hydraulic equipment on the front to hook up to Pendolinos. Yeah, correct. I remember them doing that. They did it for quite a long time. It were like every Saturday and Sunday for about 6 weeks. It were that they diverted down the Settle Carlisle line. Hello, Nicholas Carr. How we doing? Hello, the Diamer. How we doing? Oh, there'll be a train passing by shortly. You've just missed a few, actually. In fact, you've missed a lot of trains in this first hour and a half. Yep, I'm excellent, thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, there's been quite a few trains in this last hour and a half. We started with a steam train. We had a steam train. And all sorts. In fact, when the steam train come, just afterwards, there were loads of trains all come up once. I couldn't keep up. There were freight trains and all sorts flying around. It was madness. I was only born in 2004, so there won't be train companies, I remember, yeah. Well, back, I preferred it. I'll be honest, I preferred it when it were all British Rail, mate. Back in the 80s. All the engines were the same colour. Or a similar colour. I wouldn't say they're all the same, similar colour. Then they started messing about and having regional railways and all this sort of weird stuff. But when I was your age, Graham, it was all British Rail. Everything were blue. Then they started having regional railways, then Network Northwest. I can remember Network Northwest with a big gold N on it, NW on it. And then that's when the sort of break-up started occurring, you know. And then I don't know who privatised them. I think it was somebody like Margaret Thatcher or somebody might have privatised rails. I can't remember. Hello, Radovan Kala. How we doing, Radovan Kala? Bolted through Cherry Tree, excellent, Harley. Well, I think it's coming back tonight, but I don't know if it's coming back through Cherry Tree, but I'm pretty sure it is coming back as a light engine. I had a look on real-time trains, and I reckon it's coming back about 7:45 on its own, light engine. finish here this afternoon, I'll study the timetable and try and work it out. And here we've got a Pendolino coming. Hello, Diego Gaming, how are we doing? And hello, Dimi Christopoulos, how are we doing? Yeah, I'm in the United Kingdom, the UK, England. Hello, Nasa Bork, how are we doing? Oh, 6K05. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look if it's on my diagram yet. I can only tell. It is. It's got the wrong head code on here. It's got it on the diagram. It's got it as 0K05. God. Bear with me, I'll find out. I'll try and find out anyway. They put the wrong head code on the diagram. God. Try again. So it's 6K05. I bet it doesn't show up me because they've messed around with head code. No data for 6K05. No data, Harley. But it's the next thing into Blackburn. It's the head code's just past Daisyfield. Well, it's the next thing at Daisyfield, but it doesn't tell you what's on it. 6K05, not known, but it might do, as it. I'll check in another couple of minutes, because if it's still on the section before Blackburn, where it's still semaphores, it won't give you any data on it until it gets back into the digital world, if you know what I mean. You can't tell what anything is when it's on that line. Let's just hope the train comes. Oh yeah, they'll be soon. My papa built and made Melbourne, Australia trains some years ago, but I know he's in heaven. Excellent. Yeah, that's what's showing here, 0K05, but it's not showing anything for you yet, Orly. That's the head code. That's, if I look at the diagram, I'm looking at Blackburn now. I was. Where the hell's it gone? Where's Blackburn gone here? I'm looking at Blackburn now, and it says next thing past Daisyfield is 0K05, but it's not got there yet, so it's not giving me any information on it. It's actually not even in orange, it's in purple, which is unusual. Service not found, it just says when I check. So I'll just have to wait a bit while it actually see it moving. But see, they're doing a lot with that train for some reason, mess about with code. Did you not, Spencer? No, I didn't. I don't really watch. Yeah, 0K05 is what it's showing as on the diagrams, and it just says no information on this service. That is what it's showing up as, 0K05. Yeah, but at the moment it's showing up no service found, but it's on the diagram as being the next thing through Daisyfield Junction. put money on it, it'll be a DRS class 66. Until it moves, Ollie, I can't get anything on it. It's lit up even purple. Well, I've never seen it called purple before. Usually when it's freight or Marcus the MRL class. What are we waiting for? Train maybe. Yeah, it's just showing up as purple at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see. It's a mystery train. Yes, I do as well. I'll be surprised if it's not. I'm pretty sure it'll be a DRS 66. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. Double tap the screen to like, that also doesn't cost you anything. Makes it worthwhile. Don't forget, subscribe to that link as well that's at the bottom of the chat. You have to copy and paste it and subscribe. That's Sanga Gracie's channel. Trying to get her up to 50 subscribers, then she can do some plane videos, because she lives right next to an airport. There's all sorts of interesting things flying around. That was a class 331 going to Blackpool North. There is something else coming in the distance. I can see it reflecting off the sun. And at this time of day, I'll put money on it being a Trans-Pennine. Yes, it was a 331 for sure. And the next one coming is definitely a Trans-Pennine. Probably a 397, but it could be an 802. One of them anyway. Yep, it's a 397. Yeah, we don't get 185s through here, Graham. They're a thing of the past, 185s for this line. You get a very odd one through, but very rarely. It's always a 197 or an 802. Stephen Randolph. Any head case prefix always a light engine. Oh, excellent. That's good to know. I never knew that. Well, this mystery train has got the head code of a 0. and it's still Yes, Marcus, that was another 331, correct. Yeah, that the one in Blackburn is still showing as the next one through Daisfield Junction, but still no information on the head code. We've got a freight train approaching. Anybody want to have a guess what it's going to be? There is a freight train approaching on the down fast line, which is a third track on the camera. There goes another class 397. The next train is a freight train, and it's going to be on the third line from the camera, which is the down fast. I know what it is. Does anybody want to take a guess what it's going to be? Hello, Rolando Batiana Sala. How are we doing? Hello, Nicholas Carr. We have Norfolk, Southern and Amtrak. Excellent. Marcus, Class 66. Hello, Kiernan Jones. How are we doing? Hello, the Goat. How are we doing? Yes, Marcus, you're correct. It is a Class 66. You are correct. I can even tell you what the number is. It's 66433, and its name is Carlisle Power Signal Box. That is approaching. And we've also got a Transpennine coming the other way on the up fast, so it's going to get overtook by a Transpennine, or it's going to be passed by a Transpennine. New rail line, new position. No, this is one of me. I've used this position quite a lot. I think it is DRS actually. I think. Yep, it is DRS. It's either DRS. Usually this 3 o'clock one is either always operated by DRS or DB Cargo. Marcus, MR class, I'm sick. I need to go to sleep then. Just finished school, Kiernan Jones. Excellent. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. There goes another 397, and here comes a Class 66 with an intermodal on. There we go. There's your Class 66. And we've got another class, well, I've got another class 66, well, we think it is. I don't know if Harley's still in the chat, but that engineer's train has moved. It's now approaching us here, but still no information on what it is. It just draws a blank when you click on the egg code, but it's on the move, so it's whatever it is, it's real. This is definitely going to be a DRS, I'm sure of it, a DRS 66, but it's going to be a while before it gets here yet. It's going to be another 15 minutes or so. It's currently coming down the East Lancashire line. It's just passed through Pleasington Station. Trainer to tree on the tracks and sent the tree pieces flying. Excellent. No, there's not. Well, you missed a rail tour, but at 2 o'clock, steam engine came through Blue Peter, and I was here to catch it. But you will be able to watch the video because I did video it in 4K, which I'll upload to my channel tonight, so you can view it if you wish. Yeah, there's more to come yet, Nicholas. Always more. Yeah, you missed it. Yep, 2 o'clock it came through. It was supposed to come through at 1:15, but it were very late. No, there's no more steam trains. Not until 7:15 tonight. Hello, visible coin. Yes, I'm in the United Kingdom, England. I've got to go now. I have a special train with me to steam engine on 6 diesels. See you later, Marcus. Visible coin, what do you do? What do I do when? Hello, Halim Shara, how are we doing? Hello, Jeanette, back. You've been weighing your stuff out for tonight. Excellent. Oh, you weren't as away as long as you were last time. Hardware design engineer. Very good. Just want to work out how long I've been here now. Do I need to put a battery on or not? Quarter to 1, quarter to 2, quarter to 3. It's getting close. Due time is getting close. Yeah, not a lot of ingredients this time round. Excellent. That's what you want, Jeanette. That's what you want. It's saying 2 hours here. That's how long I've been on. 2 hours, is it? Yeah, it must be longer than 2 hours because it probably is about 2 hours. I'm just trying to calculate whether I need to put my battery pack on or not. Yeah, because I'll be pleased, less washing up. Yeah. What is it you're doing tonight, Jeanette? I forgot. Did I start at 1? Is that what time it were? I thought it were just... Now I can see a face on the left hand side of the clouds. Oh, I can see it. I can see it as well, Senga. With a big mouth and 2 little eyes close together. Yep, I can see that. Gingerbread blondies and banana bread cookies. Excellent. Yep, I can see the face. Yes, I've got that one. Yep, I'll give you that one, Senga. You spotted that one well. I've been looking at Sky, but you've got me looking at it now. A mad face, yeah. Hello, Bartia Train Spotter, how are we doing? Don't forget, subscribe to the link that's pinned. You'll have to copy and paste it. Senga's channel, we're trying to get her up to 50 subscribers. And she can live stream at the planes from the airport. So let's get it to 50. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and every other channel that's in the chat. And don't forget to double tap the screen. It's all free and it doesn't cost nothing. Excellent. Bartia, how are we doing? I'm glad you're well. We have got a freight train due and we don't know what it is because there's no information on it. Hello Gregory Chapman, how are we doing? Yep, and she can also do live shows of her art, and believe me, her art is excellent, her drawings or something else. We're just looking for trains in general, Bartia. There is you've missed the best stuff because we've had steam trains and just about everything today. But there is a freight train coming and it's going to be a light engine on its own. And it's going to be a class 66, I'm betting. It's hidden round the corner behind the bush, as I say, waiting to get on main line. The fact there's not much coming down the main line, I don't think it's going to be long before it enters the main line. It is hiding round the corner from where I am. You can call me Jay. Okay, Jay. I remember that, it's easier. Hello, Gregory Chapman. I think I've said hello to you already, but I'll say it again. I don't mind repeating myself. It's a sign of old age. Well, it varies, Shortia. It varies, Jay. It varies. You can have busy spells, and then you have quiet spells, and then you have busy spells, and it's all over the place. About 2 o'clock, we had a mad spell. There were trains going in all directions. I couldn't keep up. There were that many. They were just going in all directions. Every track were active. When the steam train come, just it seemed to bring every train we hit. It was crazy. Let's go and have a look and see how my battery life's doing. I can see a mermaid or a fish in the sky. So look. Ooh. Struggling on that one. MD Atig Sharia, were it. Right, okay, were it. Need to do better than that. Manners cost nothing. Were it. A whale. I can see a whale. Right. Struggling there. It's not near the railway station, is it? Sorry. You're from Bangladesh. I'm from the United Kingdom. We are in England. Above all the clouds, right. Above all the wee clouds, right. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean now, yeah. I can see it. I can see it now, yeah. I can see like its mouth and its nose and its head bit, yeah. Almost the same here in Mumbai Division 2, where we have 5 to 10 minutes frequency of trains. Excellent. Sometimes it just goes mad here, and then sometimes you'll have a spell of nothing. Right, so I'm just going to have to go and have a look at my battery, so chat amongst yourselves for a minute. Camera's just going to move for a second while I put my battery on. Apologies for that. And we're charging. We're charging. the sunlight just caught my correct, don't forget to double tap the screen. How fast do trains in that area go? Well, on the farthest line from the camera, the furthest line away, it's 110 line speed. Then the second one, and it's 95. And the two tracks nearest to the camera are 75. That's the line speed for here where I am now. Excellent. That's what people will want, Gracie. Set your camera up right so it's not too close but not too far away, so it holds good focus. You know, could do with like a tripod and a stand or something to put it on. Oh, Jesus on the cross, yeah. Yeah, I could see them okay last night. Sometimes when you're a bit close, they're a little bit blurry. You need to get them, because you were like shooting on an angle with them flat, you need to get them so your camera's facing them dead square, if you know what I mean, if you get me drift. I know it's probably not easy to do. Ideally, you could do with a tripod or something. So they're square on instead of the paper on an angle looking up it, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. Yeah, the train passed with a blink of an eye. That train we're going to Manchester Airport, and it did come from the Lake District at that. It was a diesel diesel multiple unit. Yeah, you need to make sure your camera and your subject are dead square with each other anyway, I mean not on an angle or anything. And then the camera will focus correctly. Hello, Megla Music, how we doing? You're new here? Don't remember seeing you before. So hit that subscribe button, be a devil. Only joking. Liam Bean, how we doing? Lima Bean, how we doing? Very nice countryside. I watch bullet trains sometimes outside of us. Oh, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of Shinkansen, that's for sure. I love them. I love that outfit, the Shinkansen railway. It's something else. Something else. No, it weren't too bad. It were a little bit loud today when you were on. A little bit loud today because I could hear you talking, but I couldn't decipher what you were saying because the cranberries were quite loud over top. Here we've got a 323 coming, going to Blackpool North. Yeah, just turn the sat nav today. We just I could hear you, but it were the music was overpowering your voice a little bit. And lots of vibration off wind here. It's only problem when I put my battery pack on it. I seem to catch the wind a bit worse. Going to put dinner on. What are we having, Sandy? Are we having out good? Here comes the light engine 66. two trains here having a race. Having a little race. Hello, Mr. Class 37, how are we doing? It's all gone a bit quiet here. You've missed quite a lot of things today. Steam trains and one thing and another. Planes, Trains UK, didn't it? Nice. Yes, I'm fine, thanks, Class 37. I'm fine. A little bit windy here, as you can see, with the vibration that keeps coming on the camera. That's the wind blowing it around. The wind vibrating the vents. Yeah, she went to a while ago, did sound, I'm afraid, but I think she might be back. Well, saying that, I don't know if I'll still be here yet. It's a bit quiet here now until there is one more freight train at 4 o'clock, and then the next one after that's not until, what knows, after 5. Well, I won't be waiting for that one. Need to do a bit of shopping actually on my way home. I need some toilet roll. Something else, I can't remember what else. 2 items, I can't remember what the other item was. It slipped my mind. The other item were that I needed. Hello, Mr. Class 37. Can I be a mod, please? Why do you want to be a mod? Give me a reason why you want to be a mod. Buy a ticket to the Polar Express. That's the one. That's the one, the Polar Express. Polar Express, I love that film. Believe. That's what we punched on his ticket. Believe. I love it when the train gets stopped with them moose. They're snorting away in front of the train. Well, I think, due to the quietness of the tracks now, I think it's time to call it a do for today. I've been here 2.5 hours. There's not many people watching now. And I'll call it a do for today. And there's another freight train. I'll just check timetable and see where this freight train is, but I think it's a while off, unfortunately. You know. Yeah. It's after 4 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to call it a do for now. Hello. Hello, Kevin Aaron. Hello, Omida Bestie. How are we doing? How's it going, Kevin? How's it going, Omida Best? I'll just debating how to close it down then. You know. I've been here since just before 1 o'clock. Hello, old Mac is back. How we doing? We missed a steam train earlier, old Mac. Unless you were watching, but it was a steam train. Steam train. Blue Peter came through the steam train. I have videoed it though properly in 4K, so I will upload it tonight so you can see it on my channel, you know. So all is not lost. So even though you've missed it, you can see it again in glorious 4K tonight when I upload it. So it's not the end of the world. It is coming back later, but yeah, I'm just at Preston. Hello, I'm a Bester. I'm at Preston in the United Kingdom. You'll be on the high seas this day in 2 weeks. Where are we off to, old Mac? Are you going on a cruise? Are you going on a cruise by any chance? Hello, Train Spotter Carl, how are we doing? I'm doing fine, thanks. Where's Blue Peter? It's been through, you've missed it, train guy. On the Irish Sea, excellent. So you're coming from Ireland or you're going to Ireland? Yep, train guy, Blue Peter came through 2 hours ago. Liverpool to Belfast, excellent. It came through at 2 p.m. But if you look later on my channel, there will be a video, because I did video it in properly in 4K, so I will be uploading it later. Hello Trainmaster 499, do you remember from yesterday? Yes I do. Hello, how are you? First storm is Amy. Storm Amy, alright. Dave and Eddie and Marty to come. Right. Well, you know your storms, old Mac. When is the first storm? When we're going to get Storm Amy? Amy is apparently due soon. Excellent. They always go on about these storms, but we never get. It's never as bad as they reckon. You know, we never get it bad. Right, saying that we're inland. It's all the coastal areas that seem to get battered more than anybody. But I can't remember the last time we had weather that created a problem. You know, we don't get snow like we used to do. You know, it's we don't get it. You know, all we get is heavy rain when it, but we just don't get anything major. Not here in Lancashire, anyway. I suppose people who live in Blackpool along the coast may get a bit of a battering every now and then, but not much. That single magpie's here again on its own. It's even squawking at me now. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. But no, they always hype up big storm coming and all this, and then just heavy rain. Yeah, correct. I noticed that only last night. It's funny you should say that. I pulled up in my car outside my house last night and it was 8 o'clock and I thought, blimey, it's dark and it's only 8 o'clock. I mean, it weren't fully dark, but it was dark, you know, it was a lot darker than it were only a few days ago, and I thought, God, it's gone dark early. Amazing how, once you get into September, amazing how it starts to change weather. And something else I noticed last night as well. First time since before summer, since winter, my heating kicked in last night. That's the first time since like January, February it's ever kicked in, because my thermostat's just set at 20 degrees all the time. I never alter it, I never touch it, I just leave it at 20 degrees. And last night I noticed that I went toilet in the middle of the night and I thought, God, it's warm in here, and I noticed the heating had kicked on. So it must have dropped below 20 degrees in my house at some point during night. And that's the first time since winter that it's come on. You know, because I don't touch the thermostat, I just leave it permanently set at 20 all the time. You clients like the Simpsons cartoon there. I don't think I've ever watched that. I've hardly watched Simpsons. I know who some of the characters are. I know who Marge is, and obviously Homer, but I don't really watch it. Right, there's another one as well. Is it 8 hours? It's a long time that I didn't get on board that. 8 hours, bloody hell. I think it took that long. Day trip? You're going for a day? You're in cabin for 8, no, you're in cabin for 8 hours? And you've no windows either. Well, is there a bar? The most important thing, is there a bar there and a buffet? If you got them, you're alright. Trip during the day, right, got you. Well, you're driving, right? So I bet that's cost you a couple of quid to take your car on board as well. That's not cheap. I went up Scotland to a wedding 2 years ago, and I think it cost me about 70 quid, and I only went to Isle of Arran, and I think it was about 70 quid for me and car return. And that we're only on board for an hour. 214, right? You need a passport for that as well. We being Belfast, are you covered? Do you need a passport or not? Plus the dog no show without punch. Yeah, that's my mum. That's one of my mum's lines. Is that there's no show without punch. My mum says that. Yeah. Also, you don't need a passport. So you're going to Northern Ireland, so I'm presuming if you were going to Southern Ireland, you'd have to have a passport, I presume. Is that correct? Just a document to say he's legal. Excellent. I've never been to Ireland. I've always fancied going to Ireland. In fact, there's lots of places I'd like to go, to be honest with you. One place I've never been to. I don't even think I've been to Isle of Man. Just can't remember off the top of my head. It doesn't ring any bells. I know I've definitely not been to Ireland. Hello, Gunhar. Yep, 10. How we doing? Yeah, they have that thing. It's called the Dart, isn't it? Something like that. Is it called the Dart? Dublin Metro, right? Yeah, I have watched a few documentaries on Irish Rail. In fact, I've watched documentaries on every single railway on the planet, but I have watched them on the Irish one because they have some locomotives that are very similar to the old 33s that we used to have here. Very similar looking, similar design, you know. But yeah, I've watched it. In fact, that Jeff Marshall, a channel I watched, Jeff Marshall, he went to Ireland a couple of months back and did one of his every station things where he stops at every station. And he was on that Dart train or whatever you call it, the Dart. Yeah, I've never been to Ireland. No, it's fancy. I like Scotland as well. I've been to Scotland quite a lot because I used to drive wagons. So I used to go up to Scotland quite a lot, you know. I used to spend a lot of time in Scotland, you know. Used to go up every week. Used to go to Amazon at 5. Amazon at 5, B&Q at Cambuslang. Argos at Bellshill, to mention a few. They went to other places as well. I once did a trip there with a wagon, and it was right cushy number it were, but it was a wagon that had been done up as in the back it had been done up as like a massive big living room, and it had these chairs in the back for disabled people, well, not disabled, old people, you know, these armchairs that they have where you press a button and it lifts up and basically throws you out the chair for people who struggle to get up in and out of chairs. These special mobility chairs, and they're really expensive, they are. And it was a firm near me, and they had the wagon all decked out at the back, carpeted and everything, so it was like being in a living room. But it had all these different styles and sizes of chairs in back, and all I had to do for a week was drive around to different B&Qs. There were a rep. He dealt with all the customers and all the people. All I had to do was get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, park up, start the generator, and that was it. I was there for 8 hours doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs, while the rep showed people on and off back of this wagon, showing them these fancy chairs. The people who were actually getting on the back of the wagon were people who had mobility shops and all that. And this rep showed them on, and obviously tried to secure sales, you see, you know, these fancy chairs. And I did that for a week, and it was quite interesting, because in the middle of the week it snowed like hell, and I got stuck on M8 on Harthill Services, it was called. And it was funny because I was going up M8 and the snow was getting heavier and heavier and heavier. It was getting deeper and deeper, and it's no fun in snow in a wagon. And I thought, God, I need some services to come soon. I thought, I'm starving, I want something to eat, I want a toilet, and I thought, this motorway is just going to grind to an halt. I thought, I don't want to get stuck on motorway in snow. Anyway, I saw a sign, Harthill Services, so many miles. I thought, thank God for that. So I managed to limp onto Harthill Services, absolutely snowing like mad it were, and then pulls up, switches wagon off. First thing I saw was a sign, closed for renovations. I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't move then. I was stuck because it had snowed that much. I was just totally stuck on these services, and I couldn't go anywhere, so I was stuck there all night. No, there were no food, nothing to eat or drink or anything. Oh, it was horrendous, and just weren't good at all, you know. Wasn't good at all. One night in my life I care not to remember. So following day, Rat rung me up and he says, there's no way we can go anywhere today. I said, you're telling me? Because it snowed and it was halfway up front of the wagon. So I was stuck there all day the following day. Yeah. It was a weird week with that. It was different with that. I'll never forget it. And the rep you never guess the rep's name, because he had it on his car registration as well. He had like a Mercedes estate, and his name was Roy Rogers. Never forget that, his name, Roy Rogers. Because they said to me when I actually went up Scotland, they said to me, right, you need to go to this place called, well, it's spelled, it looks like when you read it Howick, but they pronounce it as Hoyt, they do in Scotland. But you know, yeah, it's spelt H-A-W-I-C-K, I think, but they pronounce it as Hike. They said, yeah, go to Hike, and there's a guy going to meet you on a pub car park. called Roy Rogers. I said, who? Roy Rogers? Well, they were taking the mickey. Sure enough, he was called Roy Rogers. Well, I'm going to wait for this freight train, which is due very soon, and then I'm going to knock it on the head. Because there's hardly anybody watching, everybody's disappeared. Just look at the timetable and see how far it is off. It's about 5 minutes away. It's just at Wigan Boar's Head. Wigan Boar's Head. The string, hang on, I've lost. Hello, fried chicken, how are we doing? Yeah, and Trigger, yeah. Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, big business motorability. Hello, fried chicken. I don't know why my chat froze, so I'm behind with chat. Hello, Shana Wood. Hello, Gunha Haiti B10. Hello, Shana Wood. Hello, Amida Best. Hello, fried chicken. Welcome back, fried chicken. Hello, Jeffrey Burns. How we doing? Welcome back. Hello, Harry. Hello, SK Hooser. Hello again, fried chicken. Hello, Foxy. Any steam trains today? You've just missed. You've missed steam trains. We have one at 2 o'clock, a steam train. Oh, God, I've lost. Yeah, the chat, for some reason, the chat went, yeah. Any steam? Yeah, you missed one at 2 o'clock, I'm afraid, Foxy. We had a steam train at 2 o'clock. You should be getting a commendation at Rail for advertising their service, yeah. Advertising their terrible service. Yeah, 2 o'clock it came, Foxy, with Blue Peter. But you can, if you view my channel later on tonight, I will upload a proper 4K video of it, because I did video it as it came through, so all is not lost, as they say. I wonder why chat weren't moving. I was looking and I thought, God, nobody spoke for a while, and because it froze. The last message I got, the last message I saw was, our phone Mac is back, and it said something along the lines of the Dublin Metro. I thought, no, there's no, but chat's gone very quiet. Because it was froze. It ain't gone quiet, it had frozen. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for this freight train, which is due in 5 minutes. And then I'm going to call it a do today, because I've been here now nearly 4 hours, 3 hours. I came here just before 1 o'clock, so I've been here about 3 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. I will be back. Oh no, I don't know if I will be back tomorrow, because the weather forecast is absolutely horrendous for tomorrow. The freight train that is coming is, it's going to be a class 66, I'm sure of it. It is. It's a DB cargo, class 66, and it's got a name. It's called Jeff Spencer. So I'm presuming Jeff Spencer will be a former or late driver of DB Cargo, because they do tend to name the trains after drivers that have passed away, which is quite nice, I suppose. Quite touching, as they say. Sure, chat hasn't froze again. Did that yesterday, did chat just froze for some weird reason. Hello Costa Black, how we doing? Can't read what you've put, but hello Costa Black, good afternoon. And sadly I'm going in a minute, Costa Black, after this freight train's been through. I'm going to call it a do. Hello Isleman Transport, how are we doing? Isleman Transport, how's it going? Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm not using a tripod. My camera is actually bolted to a solid fence. But what happens? What happens when I put my battery pack on it? It seems to make it more susceptible to be blown around in wind. When my battery pack's not on, it doesn't move. When I put my battery pack on, which is I put on an hour ago, I usually put it on at 2 hours, my battery pack. When I put that on, you get that slight bit of movement. It's like the battery pack somehow adds to the, I don't know. But it's always when I've got my battery pack on. When I haven't got my battery pack on, there's no movement at all. But it is bolted tightly to a fence. A proper steel bracket. Met Office verdict on Storm Amy hitting the UK this weekend as heavy rain and strong winds. Oh dear. I've nothing planned for this weekend, so see what develops. No plans. Correct, I think that's what it is, because my battery pack's quite a beefy one. It's one of these magnetic ones, and it just clamps straight to the back and puts charge through wirelessly, you know what I mean, through, you know, there's no cables or anything. And I think hello Manfred Toller, how we doing? Hello DRS Zone, how we doing? I'm just about to call it a do, folks, but after this freight train, heavy rain all day. That's not so good. Heavy rain tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it says for here. That old Mac is back. It says heavy rain for tomorrow here. That's the forecast for here, is that heavy rain tomorrow. I don't know where this freight train is. It's supposed to be here at 16:02. Ah, here it is. And here comes the last train of the day. Anyway, people, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing and tapping the screen and everything. And I shall catch you all on the next one, which, weather permitting, will be tomorrow, but I'm not hopeful. The forecast is not good for tomorrow. Thanks a lot, everybody, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now. Bye all.